For centuries, there was harmony. The Titans were the guardians of nature, and the great apes became the protectors of humanity.
There's been some confusion over how to pronounce the title of the new sequel to 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong. The film is titled, and I'm saying how it's written, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. So is it Godzilla x Kong? Godzilla times Kong? Godzilla by Kong? Godzilla and Kong? Or just Godzilla Kong? Or are we maybe just awkwardly trying to avoid saying the name of the film, vaguely speaking of the new Godzilla film, and waiting for someone else to make a mistake? Thankfully, the film itself is much more straightforward than its title. Director Adam Wingard has returned to helm the sequel to his box office success, Godzilla vs. Kong, which saw the titular monsters make peace with each other and team up against an unlikely threat at the end. Well, the big ape and megalizard are back at it again. We return to Hollow Earth. That's the subterranean ecosystem that's underneath our surface, where Kong rules. However, a new threat rises from an even deeper level of the Earth's core, and this time, Kong isn't strong enough to defeat it on his own. Enter Godzilla, who has been peacefully snoozing away in the ruins of the Colosseum, and who only awakens to fight more titans as they threaten humanity. I don't really say why she does this, but oh well. Can Kong and Godzilla put their differences aside once more to defeat this new threat? Without giving anything away, Godzilla Kong, yeah, we're going with that, would make a strangely good double bill with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, you know, both being about empires and icy threats. Mileage will inevitably vary when it comes to Godzilla Kong. Your opinion on the film will probably depend on what you're expecting from a film about two ginormous CGI creatures wreaking havoc while puny humans run around like headless chickens, delivering exposition where needed. Once again, the humans are the weakest part of the film. There's admirable effort from writers Terry Rossio, Simon Barrett and Jeremy Slater to improve the mandatory human subplot by having Gia, the last member of the Iwi tribe, and Irene Andrews' adopted daughter, question her place in the world. But let's be real. We're not paying to watch the humans grapple with their identities or family ties. We pay to watch Kong and Godzilla wreak havoc. There is some mayhem in Godzilla Kong, but not nearly enough. The very beginning, in which Kong is established as an unstoppable force and the true king of Hollow Earth, suggests that we may be in for a satisfyingly gloopy, gooey film in which many a monster is ripped in half. However, this promise is never fulfilled. Godzilla Kong disappointingly proves to be a one-trick pony, albeit a very big pony. If the film was released a year ago, I may have enjoyed it a lot more. The final nail in Godzilla Kong's coffin is the fact that we've had an incredible Godzilla film just a few months ago. Godzilla Minus One proved that you can make a great kaiju movie with a balanced human element and great, not to mention Oscar-winning, visual effects. If anything, Godzilla Kong seems to lean more heavily towards the emotive Kong, and perhaps it would have worked better as a sequel to Kong Skull Island. It's not all bad though. The CGI is surprisingly good, and Dan Stevens, playing the world's weirdest vet and occasional ape dentist, is having the time of his life. Brian Tyree Henry, reprising his role as conspiracy theorist Bernie Hayes, also adds a lot of levity to the film that seems to think it's funnier than it really is. With Godzilla Kong, Wingard is aiming for a lighter, more entertaining film than its predecessor, but the film is ultimately brought down by cringy dialogue and unnecessary human baggage.